Hi. Forgive the cell phone video, but I wanted to ask you guys why I suck at rifle shooting. These are groups that I just shot my first reloads from an M1A. It's in 7.62 by 51 or 308, and they're obviously terrible. This is at 22 yards. If this was at 100 yards, I'd be doing the happy dance, but as far as I can get in my range is about 22 or 23 yards, and I wanted to make sure these were safe and functioning right and the primers looked okay, etc., to see if I could see any difference. Everyone told me that I would just be shooting one whole groups at 20 yards, and I'm sure that's what everybody does, right? But not me. So the bottom group is Barry's 150 grain FMJs. Seated to the crimp groove, which I don't think you're supposed to do because it's pretty short. It's 2.714 overall length, but I just thought I'd try it. The charge is pretty light, so and that actually is the better of the Barry's groups, I think. Maybe, I don't know. It might be so inconsistent. My shooting might be so inconsistent that I'm not actually be able to tell anything as far as the quality of the round at this point. So. That's Barry's seated to 2.786. That is Nosler Custom Competitions, a lighter load that didn't seem to like, seated to 2.8. That's a slightly heavier load. That might be the best group, but you can still see I'm doing some horizontal stringing. Maybe. Might be. I assume that's probably me. But that's sort of a moderate load with the Nosler 168s. That's the recommended load that everybody shoots with the custom competitions, and horizontal stringing on both of those. That's that group right there and that group right there, and they look pretty much identical to me, but those are the last groups I shot, and I was getting a little bit tired and bored. I'm not really much of a bench shooter, as you can see. This is Lithuanian GGG that I just shot for comparison and also to make sure that the recoil looks okay, the primers look okay, etc., compared to my other stuff. So, I don't know, you guys tell me what I'm doing wrong. I'm kind of embarrassed to show you my setup, so I'm not going to. I'm sitting on a plastic cooler, and I'm shooting on a plastic table. And my rests are 2 boxes of 9mm. So there's nothing underneath the rear of the buttstock, which might be my primary problem. I don't have any sandbags. But and I can tell just from the pressure of my hand or my cheek or my shoulder on the rifle that I'm getting variation in the front sight. Even at this distance, I can see that the front sight's going like this with my heartbeat. So I'm trying to, breathe on the respiratory, shoot on the respiratory pause, and also to try to time it so that I'm breaking the shot as the front sight comes back to center. But I think probably this horizontal stringing is a result of me failing to do that properly. But anyway, let me know what you think. This might be completely worthless, but some might be interested. Thanks. Rock on.